Hey guys, Hamish here from Seat Skins. Today we're going to be doing a foam replacement on this Ford Ranger PX. Here is the foam that we're going to be using. You can purchase this from the website. The tools that we're going to be using some pliers, some plastic trim tools to get the side plastics off, a Phillips head screwdriver. All right, let's get started. First things first, we need to take both of the side plastics off. In the back of these, both of these side plastics, we've got a Phillips head screwdriver, one here, one there. Just turn the seat up like this for now. This is usually a better way on positioning your seat when you're on a bench. The runners don't damage the bench itself. However, you've just got to be careful what the seat is lying on. If there's any metal shavings or anything like that, they can ruin either the leather or the fabric. So you want to make sure that the bench is clean. Something else I totally forgot to mention, a cup to put screws in, or a magnetic screw holder. Next, on this side plastic with this handle here. Now, this portion comes up, so we're going to get that up. Just going to do it like this so you guys can see. There we go, that just pops up. I can go in our little thingamajig. Make sure to keep in mind on where screws go. That comes off. Now this side plastic here, it's just held on by clips. So that comes off this way, and then you want to push the plastic forward like that. It should come off. You never want to push these plastics too far. Also, depending on how old your car is, the plastic may be deteriorating, so it can break a lot easier, and that is not fun. So you got this handle here. We've got to get that off. All right, you have a skewer tool here. These are great for getting into little crevices. All right, let's see. There we go. Magic. This little mechanism here is wedged into a hole. You basically want to get the skewer like that in and pull that up like that. Make sure not to do it too much, because otherwise it will break. So we're going to pull that piece of plastic hooked in down here. So move that upwards, and we're pushing the whole plastic forwards. Now you want to make sure not to damage the plastic at all here with this piece of exposed metal. Sorry, this is a bit of a weird position, but I want you guys to see properly. All right, we're just shimmying that forward, and there we go. That side plastic is off. So now we're going to tackle the bottom. Now, as you can clearly see, at the bottom here, we've got these little metal round things. Now, what these are called C-clips. We sell them on our website, also the C-clip pliers. I'll be showing you how to use them in a minute, but we're going to have to remove these for now. Now let's get to it. So if you grab it, twist it, pull it off, put it in the bin straight away, because they have sharp edges. You don't want that on your bench. If your leather backrest rests on any C-clips, it will damage the backrest, and you don't want that. So I'm using my left hand right now, so. Ow, I just pinched myself. There we go. It's quite satisfying if you do one twist and it all comes off in one go. And there's other times when it breaks and you've got to pick up individual pieces. That's another thing. If it snaps, guys, make sure to get all the individual pieces out and away in the bin. You don't want it lying around in the foam. Yeah, it's not good. Something like that. You don't want that. Like bits like this. Now, the rest of the cushion itself is actually held in by these plastic retainers. They're shaped like a V or a J. That's why they're called J retainers. And what they do is you have a piece of metal here, which is obviously facing upwards like this, and you have the V, and they hook on like that, but they fold over first and then lock on. Probably better if I get it like this. There we go. That is the front detached. As you can see, what they look like, and obviously the middle bit here. Unfortunately, the video skipped ahead quite a bit because I ran out of storage, but what we have done is we've gotten the foam off the seat and we've gotten the cover off the foam. And we just did that. It was held in by C-clips, down like that. So we get our pliers, attach and twist them, just like how I was talking before when looking at the bottom of the foam, how the back was held in by C-clips. So we need to keep this because he's not getting a replacement cover, but he's getting a replacement foam. So we need to get that away. This is the new foam. As you can see here, there's lots of little lines on it. These are just indicators or whereabouts where you can put the C-clips. It's not a must, but it is a good general direction of where to put them. It also means that trimmers who are blind can also do this same job. I'm joking. Okay, I thought it would be a good idea to actually show you and use the C-clips and C-clip pliers that we sell on our website. Now, obviously, you won't be getting this amount of C-clips. This is a lot. We provide 100 in our little package. 100 is more than enough for what you have to do. Take the C-clip, prop that up like that, put it into little grooves, and you're held. All right, now, this cover is actually quite simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend these back a wee bit, and we're going to start right here. Now, this foam, actually, if you can see on camera, it has areas where the wire is exposed and there's areas where the wire is not exposed. This is just quite a nice indicator of where C-clips have to go. Sometimes on older models it can be a little more not as obvious. All right, so turn around this way. Get this, push this down around the wire, and you're just going to squeeze that nice and tight. All right, now we've got the center in place. Now we kind of have a good base to work off. All right, now we've got that front area in. I'm going to do it from this side just so you guys can see a little bit better. Now, I always start from the center, always, practically always. Just because if you start at the front and you might pull this a little bit, it can get a bit distorted. If I start here on this side and then start here on that side, it may go a bit, and that won't look good. So it may not seem like it, but this part actually does have a pretty major effect on what the cover looks like. I mean, especially if it's something like a Coulson or a VF GTS, there is a lot of lines, a lot of stitch lines that you've got to C-clip down, and you want to make sure that they're all on similar tensions and have been done correctly. She's looking pretty good so far. That is a pigeon. I like to call him Pidgeotton. He's the local resident. Just want to clarify as well for you guys, if you are going to go ahead and purchase a new foam, my advice to you would be to buy a new cover as well. Now, you don't have to, however, it does make your life a lot easier. I know obviously I'm upselling, but it genuinely does, because you don't have to worry about taking this cover off and putting it back onto the new foam. You can just get the old foam and the old cover and chuck it away. And yeah, it's really not that hard and quite easy. I think for the price that we do it at, it's quite reasonable. I've just messed it up again. To redo that again. All gone on correctly now. There we go. We've got one more to put on. All right. Oh, I want to get that cover sitting nicely again on this foam. So you're going to get your cover. You're going to have to stuff this back bit down underneath the back piece, the backrest, which sometimes can be really difficult on some cars, but in this should be easy. Go. Now that's on correctly. Now we just have to attach all the J retainers. So we're going to put it on her back. So maybe don't rest on the C-clips. Right. See here, I'm just turning this like so to attach onto this piece of metal. There we go. Make sure that is centralized. We're just going to do the same on this side, and then we'll head to the back. All right, so that is a new foam on. We're now just C-clipping this piece of plastic here to this metal backing. Now, next thing is to put on the side plastics. Now this one here, the left-hand side, was basically just a slide-on with a Phillips head screwdriver at the back. Yeah, this was pretty easy, so we're just gonna go ahead. As you can see here, we have a little hook there. Just gonna hook into the plastic here. And we'll do the Phillips head screw in a bizzle. Okay, now that's pretty much everything. We've got a lumbar support in there now. Also replaced the cushion. Everything's up to standard. It looks fantastic. That was the video of how to install a Ford Ranger PX foam. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and keep an eye out for more. Have a look at some other videos that we've made and get your trim on. Thanks guys.